he was not messaging people the day before saying, I'm going to be murdered, they're coming after me.
What if two completely different stories exist about the same last day? Social media is buzzing with claims that Charlie Kirk's mother has publicly contradicted Erica's version of events, accusing her of fabricating details about what really happened. And then there's the strange twist, a so-called bizarre dinner ritual that allegedly took place. But where did this story originate? Is there verified proof, or is this another viral narrative spiraling out of control? Tonight, we break down the claims, the contradictions, and the psychology behind why mysterious final day stories spread so fast online. Hashtag breaking news, hashtag Charlie Kirk, hashtag viral drama. The internet has always been fascinated by last day narratives, whether involving celebrities, politicians, or influencers. Audiences feel drawn to final moments, private routines, and hidden truths. Recently, social media posts have claimed that Charlie Kirk's mother exposed alleged inconsistencies in Erica's description of Charlie's last day, adding a strange element involving what some users labeled a bizarre dinner ritual. Before diving into the emotional weight of such claims, we must clarify something essential. There is no verified public record confirming that Charlie Kirk's mother issued an official statement exposing lies. Nor is there documented evidence of fabricated last day accounts. The viral narrative appears to stem from anonymous posts and commentary threads rather than authenticated sources. So how did this begin? According to circulating posts, Erica allegedly described a specific series of events about a meaningful last day. Soon after, anonymous accounts claimed that Charlie's mother privately disputed those details. The story escalated when additional users introduced the idea of an unusual dinner tradition that supposedly contradicted Erica's timeline. The phrase "exposes lies" is powerful. It suggests deliberate deception. However, without documented proof, it remains an allegation, not confirmation. Why do stories involving family contradictions gain so much traction? It's because family members are perceived as credible insiders. When a mother is positioned as correcting a partner's account, the audience instinctively assigns emotional authority to that voice. It creates drama. Truth versus fabrication. Memory versus manipulation. Yet credibility requires verification. No press conference, verified interview, or authenticated transcript confirms that Charlie Kirk's mother publicly accused Erica of lying. Without a primary source, the claim remains speculative. Then there is the second dramatic hook, the so-called bizarre dinner ritual. Viral posts describe an unusual routine allegedly tied to that final day narrative. But again, no verified documentation supports the claim. Human psychology is drawn to ritual. Rituals feel symbolic when attached to a last day story. They become cinematic. They add mystery. They suggest hidden meaning. But mystery is not evidence. It is also important to note that emotionally charged storytelling often evolves through repetition. One user posts an interpretation. Another reframes it as fact. Soon, commentary transforms into assumed truth. Silence from involved individuals often fuels speculation. However, in situations involving private family matters, silence is common. Legal and personal privacy considerations frequently limit public responses. The risk of viral storytelling is reputational harm. Alleging dishonesty about significant life events is serious. Without proof, such claims can damage trust and personal credibility. Another layer to consider is timing. Viral narratives often spike during politically sensitive periods or heighten media attention. When public figures trend for unrelated reasons, personal rumors can re-emerge for engagement. That does not automatically invalidate claims, but it underscores the importance of documentation. In analyzing this situation, three elements stand out. First, There is no confirmed evidence of public exposure by Charlie's mother. Second, there is no authenticated record disproving Erica's account of events. Third, the bizarre dinner ritual appears rooted in anonymous storytelling rather than verified reporting. The internet rewards emotional contrast. Mother exposes lies, creates tension. Bizarre ritual creates intrigue. Combined, they form a headline engineered for clicks. But responsible analysis requires separation of narrative from proof. If conflicting accounts truly existed, they would likely surface through documented interviews, official statements, or recorded media appearances. None have been publicly verified at this time. Audiences should also recognize how easily memory-based narratives can be reframed. Two people can recall the same day differently without intentional deception. Discrepancy does not equal lying. The danger lies in framing disagreement as exposure without evidence. Moreover, labeling a dinner habit as bizarre reflects subjective interpretation. Cultural or personal rituals vary widely. Without context, unusual does not mean suspicious. As consumers of media, viewers must ask critical questions. Where is the primary source? Where is the recorded statement? Who confirmed the contradiction? If those answers are unclear, caution is warranted. Viral cycles move quickly. Corrections move slowly. Once a narrative embeds itself in search results, it can persist regardless of later clarification. This situation highlights a broader issue: the blending of personal relationships with public personas. When political figures are involved, even private disagreements can become trending topics. But privacy still matters. Until verifiable documentation emerges, the claims surrounding exposed lies and bizarre rituals remain unconfirmed. They exist within the realm of digital rumor, not established fact. And when serious accusations circulate without proof, skepticism becomes responsibility. Because the louder the headline, the stronger the evidence must be. Hashtag Charlie Kirk, hashtag media analysis, hashtag fact check, hashtag viral drama, hashtag breaking news, hashtag stay informed before believing dramatic headlines about private family disputes. Pause and look for verified sources. Real reputations can be affected by unconfirmed stories. If you value evidence over exaggeration, subscribe and stay updated as facts emerge. Share this video to promote responsible discussion and critical thinking. Comment below, should family disagreements be treated as public proof without documentation? Let's raise the standard of online conversations. Truth deserves verification. Stories deserve context. And viral narratives deserve scrutiny. Hashtag fact check. Hashtag media responsibility. Hashtag stay informed.